Hi, my name is Thomas Kim. In this session, we will create our first C++ program using Visual Studio 2015. If you haven't installed Visual Studio, please watch my previous video to download and install it on your machine. After installing Visual Studio, you have to create a desktop icon like this. If you don't have desktop icon, Visual Studio desktop icon, please go right click, search, and then visual. Then you will have best match like this. Right click it, open file location, then drag and drop to your desktop. Copy here like this. Then you will have Visual Studio icon like this. Now start Visual Studio Enterprise, for example. The first starting page would look like this. If your Visual Studio doesn't look like this, you can change the settings. Go to Tool menu and import and export settings. You can reset all settings. By resetting, no, just reset overriding current settings. And you select Visual Studio. Doing this step is important for first-time Visual Studio users because Visual Studio is really complex tool or overwhelming tool for first-time users. So whenever your setting is different from mine, you can always restore it back going to Tools Options and Tools Option Import and Export Settings. Now I will go back. It is restored to default state. I will make a few changes, and especially I want to change startup. Startup. I don't want to download the contents and font. I want to make it bigger font on my machine. For example, for demonstration purpose, I will use like 14 font, and also we can change project startup folder general. Go to general. This is our default project locations. You can change it any way you want. For our tutorial, I will create on D drive, and D is soft. I made this folder arbitrarily. I will use to CPP tutorial. I make a folder like this and I select it. You can choose any folder, but try to don't use blank space in folder name. For example, don't use blank space like this. Try to remove blank space. Remove blank space in the folder path like this. Select OK. Then click OK. So we are going to create our first C++ program, and in Visual Studio go to File menu, Project, and we are going to create C++ on if it is on your state. Click Installed Template Visual Studio, and we are going to create a simple MFC application like this. It is default. I can change. This is solution name MFC, and I will change CPP solution. And this you can change it. This is project name, CPP application project name, MFCAPP. I can name it any way you want. You can name it any way you want, but do not use blank space in the file name and solution name. Also, this file will be created here at this folder. Click OK. We will click all default, and so finish. Then a few minutes later, depending on your machine speed or your machine capability, it will take some time. In my case, my machine is pretty slow. So okay, now it's created. If you cannot see like this, then for example, if this is Solution Explorer tab, Class View, Property Manager, Team Explorer. I don't use these tabs much, so I will hide it. Right click it, hide. And if solution tab is also hidden like this is class view, you can always open it again. Go to view menu and solution explorer or Control Alt L. So you need to view solution explorer always, and also C++ class. Sometimes you also need other views here. Now click in solution view. I will explain a few things. The solution name is CPP solution. Visual Studio can open one solution at a time. Always only one solution you can open, you can load on Visual Studio, but you can have a multiple project in a single solution. In CPP solution, you have the MFC app. I will I will run compile and run it. It is very simple. Go to debug, start without debugging or start debugging. Start if you click start debugging, it will compile and build. Visual Studio, this project out of date. Would you like to build it? Click OK. Or click yes. Then in a minute later, it is compiling, turning the source program into executable binary format. Because we just created a simple Visual Studio application, it is in debugging state. The red bar ready, it is in debugging, and we can see some CPU and diagnostic tools windows like this. The CPU uses something like this. This is our first program we created using Visual Studio in MFC. Now close it. So you can also build like start without debugging. For example, you don't want to have debug info. You can always select start debugging or start without debugging. Also, we will to understand the concept of solution. This is solution and this is project. To understand the concept of solution and project, the difference, I will create another project into this solution. Right click solution tab in solution explorer, go to add new project. Then new project dialog box opens. I will create Win32 console application. I will say ConApp. I will name it ConApp. Click OK. Then I will finish. So I created another solution, another project. This is called console application. This is the MFC application. This is the first project we created, and this is new project we just created. This is console application. If you see in Solution Explorer, MFC app is in bold. See in bold, and it is not bold. So this means this is startup project. If startup project means if we just click debug run just F5 or Control F5, this program will be compiled and run. This is project, this is project. Solution contains two projects now. Right click ConApp with your mouse, then go to set as startup project. Then it changes, it becomes now bold. And this is startup project. If we run it again, compile and run this, Control F5. This compile and this is ConApp debug. Yes, it is compiling and it is running now. This is console application. And if we want to compile and run it working on this project, we can right click and start the project. Then we can run it Control F5 again, because we haven't changed anything. It's not compiling again. So I will change it. This is console application. In console application, it has some files, built-in files, default files like ConApp was created. I will make a short program here. Include IO stream. Here I will add std, cout, console out, hello, C++, like this. About the details of this command, you will learn in the future or tomorrow's or next session about the details. Then since it is MFC current project, we have to change it as default startup project. This is startup project, so we can press Ctrl F5 to compile and run. Then we will see hello CPP in our first C++ programs. So in a project contains a single project contains multiple projects. A single solution, CPP solution in this case, contains two projects, CON app and MFC app. The bold case letter means it is startup project. We can change startup project like this. So it becomes our MFC application. We can view about the classes. C++ language contains classes, so we can change the view like this, class view. Then we can see a lot of classes, default classes made by Visual Studio. We can change some settings here, for example, like this, and clicking about the details of how to use Visual Studio user interface, I will demonstrate in subsequent videos. I think this is good enough for our sessions, and this is our first Visual C++ program. The most important thing you have to remember in this session is that Visual Studio can load only single solution. We can close the solution, then this solution is gone. We cannot work any longer, but we can open it again, go to and open project or solution. We can open previous solutions like this. We can open previous solutions. We can resume our work again. So this is how to create our first C++ application. Thank you for watching.